Well, greetings from an absolutely beautiful morning here in Pennsylvania. Of course, I'm still here on my Western PA trip. Still here in Ohiopyle State Park. Man, this park is huge and it is beautiful. So much to see. We did some filming yesterday, but today's my last day out here. Actually, this hike is gonna be my last hike here in the park, and then I gotta start heading home. But I'm gonna stop at one place on the way home just to kind of break the trip home up a little bit. But yeah, we're at a place called the Run Trailhead, Jonathan Run Falls. There's several waterfalls down this way I want to check out. Oh man, yeah, I just left my campsite because I camped here the past 2 nights. I filmed the first night camping, but last night I didn't film just because I just wanted to relax. Had some time to myself without having to worry about filming or anything. Alright, let me show you the map where I'm at. Alright, so here's our map of Ohiopyle State Park, because this is from Purple Lizard Maps. And of course, well, here's our campground. This is where we camped at the Kentuck campground. Because yesterday we hiked Fern Cliff, beautiful Ohiopyle Falls. There was an awesome spot here. And we also did Cucumber Falls, which is awesome. I think I parked over here and walked along the river. That was amazing. But we are all the way up here now. Where are we? Let me find it. Here we are. Jonathan Run Trailhead. So we're gonna hike on down here. A couple of waterfalls. Upper Jonathan Falls, lower. I'm not sure if we'll get to that one, Fletcher. But then there's Sugar Run Falls. I'll try to get to that one. So let's get going. So there is a decent sized little parking lot here. One of the persons out here. I got Naomi tucked up there a little bit. I think this is right off of Holland Hill Road. And right here's the trailhead. Jonathan Run. Alright. Looking forward to this one too. Yeah, like I said, it's a beautiful morning. Looks like a pretty easy trail. Let's check out these flowers over here. This is false Solomon's seal. There is a true Solomon's seal that's called just Solomon's seal. But the false Solomon's seal has flowers that come out the tip here. The real Solomon's seal has flowers that come off the main stalk that droop downwards. And the false tends to be a little bit bigger too. Yeah, Solomon's seal is a very medicinal plant. Sometimes it can be rare sometimes because people dig it up, but the false one is not. So we'll see if we can find the real one. A lot of times they grow in the same area. In Jonathan Run, the creek is right off to our left. You can probably hear it. So it's gonna be one of these hikes where you have the sound of the water. Actually, here's a little side trail. One of these hikes where you can hear the sound of the water as you go along. Yep, there we go. Okay, so back in here is an interesting plant, because we got some right here. Some white flowers. I think these are sweet cicely, they're called. But this one over here, I don't really recognize. Almost looks like there's the little flower things. Let's check that when I get home. Not sure what those are. Alright. And as I've said in other videos, it's kind of fun to hike in new areas, not just because it's a new place to hike, but you tend to see things you don't see back home, like new plant species and stuff. It's not always that they don't necessarily grow back where you live, they just may not be as common, or they may not grow there at all. And I did bring my underwater camera to get some footage, but I'm pretty sure I left. There's a little latch that I unhook to put my microphone in when I'm driving, using it as a dash cam. I forgot to put that on, so now it's not waterproof, so we won't be using it. But that's the way it is. I always forget something on these little hikes. Oh well, we'll still be able to enjoy the waterfalls. There's also a lot of the wild geraniums growing along the trail here. They're one of my favorites. Beautiful lavender color to them. So I think we're getting close. The trail has gotten a lot wider, which means more people use this section, because you can access this trail from, there's like a rail trail type thing down along the gorge, along the river you can hike. And I think people come up this way a little bit. And I feel like I can hear something just up there too. And I think, roughly speaking, it's about maybe a mile or just a little bit more than that to get down to here. I don't know the exact amount, I just kind of calculated it by looking at the map a little bit. Alright, so here we join up with the Sugar Run Trail. I mean, Jonathan Run Trail keeps on going off to our right, but the Sugar Run Trail goes up this way. I'm just going to quick check my map again, make sure there's nothing up there that I might want to see. I'm pretty sure we need to, I do know we need to eventually continue down this way though, for the falls. Don't see any waterfall. There might be one down there. It's a nice bridge though. Alright, so I think we have a waterfall down there. I see a little side trail. We're gonna check that out. But here's the Kentuck Trail. That would have taken me up to my campground where I camped. I could have come down that way too, but so the main trail keeps going, but I think we have a waterfall down here. Oh yeah, you can see it on the back side here. Just a little one down there. Yeah, so that was beautiful. Not a super big waterfall, but just picturesque with all the little cascades and separate sections. That's just one of the waterfalls. That was Upper Jonathan Run Falls. We have the lower one, then there's Sugar Run Falls. Alright, so I definitely hear another waterfall off to my left here. Looks like there's a trail going that way, but it is down. Oh, we can kind of see it down there. Gotta get down there though. Sure. Oh well. We'll figure it out. Alright, so I believe I have found a way down. Looks like there's a trail that winds down. Looks pretty sketchy, but we'll see how close we can get. Yeah, so down there's our falls. This might be as close as we get. This trail is just totally drops off here. A tree fell out here and I don't know. I think people come down here, but I've already come down this section here, which is just, like I said, pretty sketchy. I don't need to break an ankle. Looks beautiful down there though. Yes, that was a shame. It looked like an absolutely beautiful spot down there. But sometimes you gotta listen to that inner voice in your mind, and yeah, it was pretty sketchy, that trail. So just keep that in mind if you do come here. I don't know. Looked like at one time it might have been a little bit easier to get down, but and I don't know, there might be a trail. Right down here is the main trail, like the bike trail, I forget what it's called. Maybe there's a trail that comes up from there to those falls, we'll see. But down this way is Sugar Run Falls. Alright, so we do meet up with this huge trail. I forget what this is called, the Great Passage Trail. I think it's an old rail trail. We're gonna go turn left. You can kind of see the river down there. That has a weird name too, the Yakagani or something like that. Probably pronouncing it wrong. Alright, so I'm going to keep my eyes open for a trail that might take us to the falls we were just at. But if not, we'll just keep our eyes open for Sugar Run Falls. Alright, so I hear the sound of rushing water, a waterfall-like noise, and I see a bench facing away from the trail. So that's saying waterfall. Let's see what we got up here. Well, there's not one right here by the trail, except for a little one there. Alright, I can hear water on the other side here. Alright, but I don't think this is Sugar Run Falls. I'm guessing we gotta go up this trail a little bit here, where the falls are up that way. We'll find out. So yeah, I'm headed up that trail, and I do see a waterfall way up there, so we're good to go. Man, the temperature just drops back in here. Be a good place to have a late breakfast. All I had was coffee and a few little muffins this morning. Okay, so this place is really awesome. Just hiking up here is. awesome spot back there. Yes, that spot was amazing. Definitely worth a little hike up there. I mean, it's right off this main trail. Probably tons of people go on this trail every day. Don't realize there's a waterfall up there. And the trail did continue up, so I'm not sure if there was more falls up there or not, but anyway, I'm kind of running out of time. I gotta start heading home, unfortunately. I don't want to get home too late. Might stop at one other place on the way home. We'll see what happens. Sometimes when you want to go home, sometimes when it's time to go home, you just want to go home. We'll see what happens. Alright, but I think I will say farewell to you here. Part of me wants to stop at the other falls again, the Upper Jonathan Falls, but we'll see. Alright, as always, thanks for coming along, and thanks to all you who support me in this channel. By viewing my videos, my Patreon supporters, it makes coming out to places like this possible. Alright, I'll see you around.